All right, you want to know what the worst thing about this Vivitar? Um, Gosh, what's the number on the thing? It doesn't even have a number. It doesn't have it. I don't know what model it is. Well, according to the Easy Guide, Read Me First Easy Guide thing, it's the DVR 786 HD. But when I look that up, I get something completely different. But at least it came with some Easy Guide. Um, it looks like this. I and it comes with a bunch of parts. And at our local discount store, Ollie! Good stuff, cheap! I only paid $19.99 for it. Now, to get the GoPro-like parts and stuff, that's not a bad deal. And then I get a camera, that's not a bad deal. The biggest problem with this is that I bought it. The other good thing is it's compatible with the Asako. I happen to have an Asako Akaso. Sorry, not Asako. That's Star Wars. The Akaso batteries here, and they're compatible with the Vivitar. So it makes me kind of wonder. But different technology inside, different way of, different piece of hardware, except it uses the same battery, which is interesting. So that's a good thing. I'm getting to the bad thing in just a minute. And yeah, I bought it. That was what I said. But yeah, Intel processor based Mac, iOS 10 version 10.9 or later. Okay, so that's fine because I've run a Mac system. Um, where am I going with all this? All AVI, audio video interleave. That's what it records in. So to get it off of here and get it into my Mac so that I can use it. Now, and the video quality, it's a 12 megapixel sensor. That's not all that great. It is 1080p. Says it right on there. And I figured, 1080p, 12 megapixel, it's going to be okay. It's not. It's not very light sensitive. That's its biggest problem. It's a very tiny sensor, right? Fitting in a thing that's as big as this. Now, the Akaso, I'm not sure how many megapixels it's got. Maybe I need to look that up. But it's okay. I'll do a side by side. Maybe that's what I'll do, side by side. All right. This is kind of a side by side. The Vivitar is here on the left, bouncing up and down, and that's in its default mode, 1080p. You don't get a choice of wide angle or anything. That's what you get. The Akaso, which is over here on the right, 1080p, 30 frames per second. You could select different resolutions, but I chose this one because it's going to be closest to the Vivitar. You could do different angle, wide angle, medium, ultra wide, not so wide. I just took the default right out of the box, which is ultra wide. So this is what you can expect. How does it look? Now I can, just looking on the little monitor on the back, they do look a little different color wise and whatnot. And if I flip this around, this is what it would look like looking at a person. If you were vlogging, for example. This one here is the Vivitar. Vivitar. And then this one over here is the Akaso. Akaso. Well, that's kind of what they look like. Is it a good comparison? Can you tell the difference? By the way, which one do you like better? it's the AVI thing. This Vivitar, which used to be kind of the gold standard of third-party camera gear. You can buy Vivitar lenses. I've got a couple of Vivitar lenses from back in the mid 70s, and they're fairly good quality lenses. You know, they're not Nikon quality, but they're not Nikon price either. So at least when I bought one, I happened to buy one. It was a 100 to 300 zoom. I needed a zoom for some work that I was doing back in that day, and the contrast was okay, but a little bit of extra oomph in the dark room. Yes, you used to have to process things in a dark room. There was no Photoshop at the time. You can pull some contrast out of it, and I knew that, so just worked with it. And I've got plenty of images that I really like. Anyway, from that era. Anyways, AVI. I know everyone's going to say, well, use VLC. Well, VLC, it's kind of hit or miss. Sorry about that. I only have a 4 gig card in there, and it died, or it filled up, so I have to, you know. Anyway, VLC, I have sync problems with the audio, as you can probably see. I don't know. Should I even bother with this Vivitar? Should I take it back to the store? Should I get my 20 bucks back? Do you think I got my 20 bucks worth? Is it worth $20 just to have a few extra, you know, components that are GoPro-esque, straps and things? And should I use this? Can I use this as a crash cam? Yeah, probably. Is it? I don't know. I'm torn. I don't mind having a thing that maybe I should just do a whole video, a whole vlog-like video with this camera. You know, the trend has been the best equipment you possibly can get, at least with a lot of people. You know, buy up, buy up, buy up. And, you know, pretty soon people are going to be using, I don't know what they're going to use. They're going to use $100,000 cameras just to do YouTube. Now, unless you're doing it commercially, and there's a demand, and your customer, your commercial customer says, it's got to be, kind of like how Netflix does, it's got to be 4K, you got to be using a Red camera or an Alexa, or, you know, they have a, I'm not sure exactly what their specifications are, but if you have that kind of thing, then yeah, go do that because that's what the customer wants. But if it's just vlogging, the ultimate customer is the viewer. And does the viewer really care? And does the viewer care that the audio gets out of sync like this one's getting out of sync the way I'm doing it? Because I can in post resync it. This is tough. This is tough. It was 20 bucks. That means a lot to me. It should mean a lot. Some of you may go, 20 bucks? Why'd you even bother? Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Some of you are like, 20 bucks? Heck yeah. If you don't have anything, for 20 bucks, you got something, and you could start shooting video. So there's always that. By the way, this is what the Akaso looks like. It's about the same size as the Vivitar. That's all I got. Leave a comment down below. What do you think? I need your feedback. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.